Know who this woman is? You guys know who this lady is? Anybody in the chat know who this lady is? Yeah. Some of you have been following this story, right? Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified when we go live. You guys know who this lady is? You don't know? All right. I want us to cover this real quick, and then we have some other stuff to cover. Okay. Today is just one of those days. I'll be right back. It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Me love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough. Right. Alright, so trigger alerts, trigger alerts, trigger alerts, trigger alerts. If you can't watch, please don't watch. Trigger alerts. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Yes. Most women around me, they actually couldn't watch it. So my mother, I was talking about it yesterday, she couldn't watch it. My wife couldn't watch it. So trigger alert. I'm gonna play this video and then we'll talk. Okay. Let's see. Let's have it. There you go.
6. Right 6. Right 6.
She said right 6.
Right 6. Right.
All right, I know what's gonna happen. Instablog Nigeria, they are very censored. They're not gonna show it. I don't want to show it too. Okay, but what happened essentially is that she's told the boy to write 6 when the boy did not write 6. Go check your Telegram, or you can find the video anywhere if you haven't seen it. She slapped the nonsense out of the baby. It was a hit. That baby will look like the size of a 3-year-old at most. That looks like a 3-year-old at most. But you know, some of these kids are stunted in growth, so I don't know, maybe 5 at most. That boy is a baby. That boy is a baby. But she went ahead and she slapped the baby. So there's been uproar on social media since then. Okay, but more importantly, as usual, I'm interested in people's response to this. I want to see what people's response to this are, because that's what we learn. You know, this is where we correct some things, some mindsets. Obviously, corporal, is that what they call it? Corporal punishment of kids, either as a parent, parenting in general, parenting in Nigeria. It's a very dicey thing, you know. Most of us are raised with our parents beating us up. Some of you got caught in your hands and they put pepper on it to punish you because you cheated, you lied, you stole meat from the pot of soup. And somebody right now, I guarantee you, somebody right now on social media is still making a case for it. They might say things like, after all, I turned out okay. Look at me today. See, that's the problem. You're only looking at things. You can't be a leader. Only leaders come to this platform, okay? You cannot be a leader and just be looking at things just from your myopic, narrowed point of view. You can't do that, okay? You can't do that. You'll miss it if you do that. Okay, it's problematic to operate from that standpoint. So she slapped that baby, you know, and in fact, let me see if I can find some more information here. You can see this report here. Okay, let me just read this. So our teacher is now being remanded. She's being remanded in the prison, Kirikiri prison, till February 18 for assaulting a 3-year-old boy in Lagos. A magistrate court in Ogba area of Lagos State has remanded Stella Nwadigbo. The teacher who was seen in a viral video assaulting a 3-year-old pupil. See, it's a 3-year-old. Yeah, 3-year-old. She was arraigned before the court on Thursday. See, babes, was that you that commented that? See, thank God I didn't play the video. See, what is your comment? It was already censored by police, right? Said she was arraigned It was already censored by YouTube, I wanted to say. So she was arraigned before the court on Thursday by the Lagos State Police Command over the indecent treatment and assault of the child. The command's spokesperson, SP Benjamin Udeyin, in the statement said, following receipt of the video, the Family Support Unit of Ikorodu Police Division promptly arrested the suspect on Wednesday, January 8, and transferred her to the gender unit of the command headquarters same day. After preliminary investigations, the victim was taken to a medical facility for adequate medical attention. The suspect has since been remanded to Kirikiri Correctional Facility till February 18, 2025, when the case comes up for continuation of hearing. All right. So again, this case is a case of child abuse at best or at worst. You know, I don't know which side to pick there. But I first encountered this story when I was just hanging out on social media, when I saw that a social media influencer by the name Just Adetone, she posted a video. I think she drove down to the place. She drove down to the school. She was ready. Actually, the video I saw, she was ready to beat up the lady. You know, she was charged. So I understand it, but one of the things that baffled me is some of the comments. So hopefully I can see some of the comments here. I'm going to try to read them right now. Okay, so I'm looking at this comment right here on this page. Because now poor person, justice go work. Okay, so that's somebody saying it's because the lady is a poor person, justice will work. That's what somebody has to say about this. All right, so let's keep going. Another person said, people saying it's too much. This is part of the growth we must achieve in Nigeria. I think she should be prosecuted, but not sure how that works in Nigeria. If she was in the West, she's definitely go to jail, then court, and probably prison plus years on a registered child abuse. You wouldn't be able to work with kids. Your children will be taken from you until you are able to show that this can't happen again. What we saw wasn't discipline, it was abuse. So it's a case of, is it discipline, is it abuse? Okay, plain and simple. And the fact that we all went through it doesn't make it okay. Exactly, that's a good point. Somebody said what she needs is training, not this punishment. Because she grew up with this kind of discipline and she believes it's best way to go. Okay, so let's think about this statement very well. Let's think about this statement very well. Hold on 1 second. That's the lady. Let's think about it. That person made what many might consider a reasonable statement, right? So that statement is almost about to piss me off, but I'm trying to control myself. What she needs is training. Okay, so let's think about this. Imagine, because remember Very Dark Man earlier on was saying that ignorance is not excuse when it comes to the law. It's true. That's a true statement of fact, right? But let's reverse that. Let's say, once the person didn't know, because they have trauma in the past, because they also went through the same thing, so let's not punish them, let's just train them. If we start to do that with every time somebody commits this kind of atrocities, is that really a sustainable way to go about it? Is training a form of consequence? It can be, if the training is not palatable, if the training is not, it's not fun, I guess. But depending on the level of crime we're talking about, right? We're talking about, she looked at a 3-year-old smally boy and literally hit the boy in the head. That's what we're talking about. Okay, somehow this woman's sense, just regular good old natural being a human, another human to another human, did not tell her that I am bigger than this other person and I probably should not do that. Right? So we should wait until she's educated on what the law is. So if we start doing that right now, just let's check. Oh, this person went through it, so they didn't know they should train it. They used to steal in this person's house. Everybody in this house used to be all anini. They're all thieves. It was not a big deal. Once they thief your thing, once they fap your stuff from the fridge, you could just say it is what it is. Since everybody grew up that way, no, they grew up like that in their house. So they shouldn't be punished when they go and burgle somebody's house in the future. I don't know. I'm just trying to see if there's any sense in it, you know. She believes it's the best way to go, so she needs training. I don't know. Yeah, nah. Nah.
Stop the cap.
Let the poor breathe.
Yeah, I'm not gonna accept that. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna accept that. She should be punished. Babes Win said she was wrong in all ramification. She should stay in that prison though and dance to the music she played. I agreed. Okay, we're talking about most people cannot even watch the video, and somebody saying she needs training. What is that? Empathy? I be sympathy. See, sympathy is useless. Empathy is fair. What about the child? No. What about that other human being, that small human being? Anyway, somebody said good. Remain those weary mothers and stylists installing frontals on infants and toddlers, making braids on them and dipping it in hot water. I beg, they should do this one too for us. All expenses paid vacation. Ish. Somebody said she no go believe, say now waiting carry her go prison with that. Well, that's too bad. That's also a form of training. Isn't that a form of training to go to Kirikiri? Okay, maybe not. Maybe I should stop the cap. But the point here is that is crazy. What she did is crazy and should not be tolerated. Okay. But let me know what your thoughts about that. I just thought I should cover it. When it comes to parenting, okay, use your words. Okay, a lot of time people will smack their children because she said, oh, the son is my son too. That's what she said. Nonsense. Listen to this. Let me see.
Under the context of Nigeria, the governor of Lagos State has sitting like
That's where she was arrested, I guess. Let me see here.
Right.
All right, so somebody said, Adejobi Muyiwa said, child abuse. One Stella Nwadigbo, age 45, the teacher who physically abused a 3-year-old Abayomi Michael of Christ Method School in Ikorodu has been arrested by the police. She was arrested today, immediately after the crime. Okay, so I also noticed that a very dark man was staging a protest to go to that school, because if that school had policies against that, this wouldn't happen. What school still exists in Nigeria without policies against physically assaulting another child, either by a fellow student or by a teacher? Such schools, they need to be getting in more and more problem. But that's the way we were raised. Shut the cap.
Stop the cap.
Just because you were raised that way does not mean that we have to keep doing that. Okay, it doesn't make any sense. All right, the school suspends teacher who assaulted a 3-year-old boy as police insist justice must be served. Okay, the school suspended her as well. Yeah. Anyway, so discipline, what we call discipline in Nigeria, that word, that's a very problematic word too. If we're using it in the Nigeria context, yes, you should discipline your children. They should, what I mean by that is that they should recognize that there is consequences. There is a reward system for every behavior they put on. They should be, but it should never be assault. Think about it. Every time, because some of you have done it, every time you've raised your hand and beat your child, were you self-aware enough to just calm down for a second and say, did I do that out of the frustration that I have internally, or did I do that because I truly wanted to correct the behavior? No, those are two different things. It's a question you should ask yourself. Was I in that moment, not when you are just running your mouth on social media, say it was discipline? No, in that moment, do you have enough self-awareness to say, am I angry in this moment? Or authentically, I really just want to correct the behavior? If you've never taken a moment during that moment to I have done it. If you've never taken a moment in that moment to calm down, then you don't have a say on this. You have zero say on this one. Somebody said, I don't support what she did. I don't support what she did. Let me see if I can find that. Okay. That jumped away. But there's a bot coming. There's a big old bot coming. I don't support what she did, but I think this is a bit extreme. Let's temper justice with mercy. Is this extreme or hitting a child on the head extreme? Anyway, let's keep going. Those saying this is too much have not experienced what motherhood is. Imagine that little boy developed here. No, that's not necessarily true. There are mothers that do this to their children. It's just bad and it should be stopped, period. And she should go to Kirikiri for a while. What she did is extremely wrong, but remanding her that long is not it for me. Well, remanding in general in Nigeria is off. It's off-putting. But this Peking headstrong, oh, Jesus. This one too much now. See as it quick. If na politician, now we go there hear another story. Now we go to hear another story. Somebody said, what saved our teacher then was that there was no social media. Yes. Those things you went through were child abuse. Okay? Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Where could I share the spare the rod and spoil the child they go? No, you're wrong. I don't care how many scriptures you can go and quote your scripture all you want. It's wrong. You can't hit a child like that. Okay? Let me come to the chat real quick and then we'll move on to some other stories. Prison is correctional. She needs correction. Right? Yeah? Isn't that, I said it wasn't a training. No, the appropriate language is correctional. In a country like Nigeria, punishment is the only way to create awareness against child abuse. Yeah, you have to. It's a reward. It's a reward system. The same thing you should do with children without assault. See, nobody assault her now, right? They just say, go and sit down for a minute. We'll see you. Did they say February 18? That's long. But the point is that she should be arrested. She should face the wrath of the law. If a common human mindset does not tell her that she should not hit another human being like that, then she should, how much more we're talking about a child, harmless child. Okay. Another thing we should talk about is how we how in Nigeria we used to repeat children if they fail. You just wake up at the end of the term, the child is going to repeat. Nobody put any effort into emailing and said there's incomplete work. See, just yesterday I got a few reports with my own son. Like, this is incomplete. I called him here. I said, hey, I'm looking at 86.8%, but I'm seeing incomplete. Can you complete this? Oh yes, I'm going to take care of it right now. What happened to that? What happened to children with special situations, right? They might have forget what they call it, right? They are diagnosis for learning. There's some special children that they have to learn a different type of way. They are the outliers. The way they learn is not necessarily you sit down in front of. Some children need special attention, but of course, no. You just have to repeat. Not only repeat, you will shame the children on top of repeat. The shaming that comes along with that, right? And people enjoyed shaming them for that. The fellow students enjoy shaming them for that. The teachers enjoy shaming them for that. Maybe the parent didn't enjoy it, but the parent will say, that is your punishment. So they will continue the shaming at home if your child dare repeat, as opposed to what does the child need? How can we help the child catch up, because he or she will need to catch up in a society of people, right? In your parenting, do you factor all this in? I mean, no, that's the way I was raised. You sound stupid if you say things like that. Let me just say it like that. Okay, you sound stupid if you're still saying things like that. So I'm just going to leave that story there, and then let's move on to some other stuff. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified when we go live. Hit the like button, share, subscribe. Crypto Chick says too many of these teachers are already frustrated with life and taking it out on young children. Yes. Now let's go and take out your frustration out in Kitty. All right, hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so that you're notified. We have some other stuff to cover. I'm chilling today. What time is it? Oh yeah, I'm chilling. I'm just hanging out. So hit the like button. Let's ping everybody else into the room. I have some other stuff to cover, and I'm clicking around. That's why so I'll be right back.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Me love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.